Hi, this is Simon Chan and welcome to my network marketing training. Members of my coaching mastermind groups can ask me questions on a weekly basis. And today's question comes from 5-star mastermind member Howard out in Melbourne. And Howard says, "Hi Simon, recently I've launched a marketing campaign to brand me and my team. So far, I've just previewed my videos as the first stage of the campaign in my meetings. The main content of my video was just achievements achieved by my team and some professional photo shoots along with some team building activity photos. The common feedback that I got was that they felt as if they can't achieve what we have achieved for the past few months. As a result, it may not be the best outcome that I was expecting. Some of them suggested that tone down my video to be more realistic for them. I strongly disagree on toning down my video because in my point of view, the main message I was trying to deliver was that young people are also able to be successful. Would you tone down the content of the video to suit their culture? How would you handle the situation to make the video to produce a positive and motivational feeling?" All right, Howard, it's a great question about marketing and branding yourself. Very happy to see that you really get it in terms of the business and what it takes in terms of marketing. A lot of the questions you answered is covered in our weekly mastermind calls, our weekly advanced diamond mastermind that will really benefit you. So one of the things, my immediate reaction feedback is I can't really give you, the best feedback without seeing the video first. Okay, but knowing how you are, I know you're very smart. You actually, you're an international student from Malaysia. You studied overseas in Melbourne. You do well in school. You're very, very smart, right? And it's a good thing, but also it hurts you because network marketing is about the average person. Remember the 3 doubts. A prospect always has 3 doubts. Number 1, is this for real? Right? So they see your success. Wow, it's for real. Can you help me? Obviously, you're very successful. You help the other team members. You can help them. But the third one is, and this is a lot of times I think is the most important one that people forget, is can I do this? Right? Howard, I'm not that smart. I barely graduated from secondary school and high school. I barely graduated. I didn't even go to university. Right? I couldn't even get in. No university would accept me. Can I do this? Right? That is the thing you have to overcome. So when they say tone down, you make it too, I mean, it's great to show your success, but can the average person achieve what you want? And also, can you relate to them? That's those 2 things. And if you look at the recent presidential election, Mitt Romney lost because he's a very, very successful businessman, over $100 million worth, but he was so high up that the average American who's working 2 jobs, 3 jobs, minimum wage, felt that he is so good, so great that he's out of touch and he could not relate to the people. He could not help the people because he can't relate to them. So your video is great, toned down. I mean, not toned down, like it's very, very fancy and very professional. Your photo shoots look great, but can you relate to the average person who did not go to university, barely graduated from secondary school, right? That's the question you always have to ask yourself. And I went through the same challenges with you too. Like I used to prospect and say, I got my skills got good, and I wanted. And this was one of the major challenges after 1 year in the business. Hey, my prospecting skills got good, but I was talking so much, and that people would say, "Oh yeah, Simon, you went to Columbia, you went to an Ivy League school, but I'm not that smart. I could never be such a good talker." So I lost a lot of prospects. My team lost prospects because of that. You have to show that the average person, the best way is the dumbest dummy out there can do it, right? And the dummy doesn't mean necessarily they're dumb. The dummy could be dummy in terms of like they have a low job, but they're at that level because no one actually gave them opportunity. And these people are the low-end jobs. And I'm not here to offend anyone, right? Because I believe everyone's born with unlimited potential that can be successful. But they may be working at unfulfilling, low-end job because no one ever taught them to be successful. And we want to help those people, right? So you want to get them to see this presentation. Wow, I can do it too. So if it's too high and too fancy, like that's the problem. That's the challenge. Like people feel like they cannot. Sounds too good to be true. They can't do it. So how can you help these people? Because this opportunity can help. I mean, there are people in the industry, all types of background, who become successful. Right? So anyone can do it, but you got to convince them. So we got to let them see and believe that they can do it. So the first thing is and you want to keep a high end, which is good, and you can keep it. So the solution is you got to show your struggles and your challenges. Now, one of the things we talk about in our Advanced Diamond Mastermind is we all have strengths and weaknesses. You have your strengths, I have my strength. I have a lot of weaknesses, problems, things I did in the past. I was embarrassed, my upbringing, or I was shy, quiet. You have, Howard, what are your weaknesses, right? But use those weaknesses as a strength. Turn them around to become a strength. And what I mean by that is show how you overcame those challenges, right? Because you asked about a positive and motivational feeling. If you're always good, that's not motivating. But we love the stories where it's like a single mom struggle, live off the streets, and then he changed his life. Changed the life, right? We love the rags to riches stories. He was poor, desperate, bankrupt, and changed his life around. The Pursuit of Happiness. Right, that's a great movie. The guy was showering in the bathroom, living on the streets, but was able to turn his life around because of this opportunity, because of drive and hunger, right? Because of the mentor. So that's what you have to show. Find out what your weaknesses are, and how did you overcome them? How did this business help you overcome any weaknesses you had? Think hard. I mean, I know you're pretty smart already, but I'm sure when you were in university or when you started your business, network marketing business, you had challenges, you had frustrations, you wanted to quit, you deal with rejection, you felt bad, and what happened? How did you become successful? And the same thing with the people that you've helped, your team members. What problems do they have? And you look at society it's like the hero's journey, right? Everyone overcomes challenges, from like the drug addict that turns his life around, the recovering alcoholic who, or the one who used to rob people, go to jail, turn his life around, and does good things for mankind. That's the motivation. That's a part of that everyone wants to be part of. So think about that. Even the superheroes. That's the stories. And what I'm really talking about is what we covered, on the effective presentation formula. Telling your story. How to tell your story, right? So, like the superhero, Spider-Man, right? He had powers, but he's nerdy, geeky, and then how does he overcome them? By the superpower. And he didn't even use the superpower. It took like a robbery, and his Uncle Ben died, and then for him to change, right? Everyone has a story to overcome like Superman. He's like the dorky guy, Clark Kent, who can't get the girl, Lois, right? And all of a sudden, but Superman, he can do it. The Incredible Hulk, he has this anger problem, but he's able to overcome this anger problem and still help mankind, right? Every superhero I can think of has some issues, problems. Wolverine, right? Wolverine's crazy, right? But he's able to turn that into helping others. So, what are your weaknesses? How do you create a story? Right? Show your thing can be high end. Show people can be successful. Like you said your main message is not just how young people can be successful. Your main message should be young, people who are doing bad in school, pathetic or looked down upon by their parents. Parents keep saying they don't do well in school, they're no good, but they can be successful. Or young people who are shy, quiet, who don't have friends, lonely, awkward, they can be successful. And then you can show them the high end. So when you do your video, show the pictures. Show the pictures of, sometimes you just have to expose yourself. Maybe the non-flattering pictures, the embarrassing pictures, right? Hey, this is what happened. This is how it used to be like. He used to make fun of him. He's but now he's successful. That is motivation. That's someone that people want to be part of. So that's my feedback for you. If you want, I can take a look at your video. I think being high-end is great, but you got to include the ugly part. The ugly turn great. The story. That's what people want. That's motivation, and that'll get people excited and do the message. Okay. And if you want to learn more, just go to my website, About Simon. Find out some of the elements I put in there. The details I put in about my childhood, some of the challenges I faced. For me, I spoke of a lisp. I was just sharing, with one of my friends the other day in kindergarten. I used to be, made fun of all the time. Get in trouble in principal's office. And this is back before, I remember bad memories. When I was 5 years old, and this is before, people could smoke everywhere. The principal smoked, and I hated the smoke, but I waited 30 minutes probably at least once a week. I'll be in the principal's office getting in trouble. And my friend asked me what I get in trouble for. And I was like, because I didn't understand English. English was my second language. I went to a private school while I was the only Asian kid. and kids would pick on me. I mean, I don't think I had bad intentions. Teachers said quiet, and I'll still play because I just didn't understand. And I remember I hated going to school with challenges, and even later on, it was just like I spoke with a lisp. I have a Brooklyn accent, I have a little Chinese accent. You know, growing up in a white neighborhood, I didn't fit in. So those are the challenges, but that actually really motivated me. You know, really motivated me to work hard on myself. So that's an example, and you're not making. It has to be true, right? It has to be true, because if you lie, you know, it's not good ethics, bad integrity, bad leadership. And sooner or later, people are going to find out anyway. So it's got to be true. So find something true about you, your weakness, something, and turn it into teach people the struggle, the journey. People want to know the struggle and journey. Look at all the movies out there. It's all about the struggle and the journey for them to overcome it, and then you motivate. And it's all about telling the story. And in this business, the best storytellers, they're a lot of times the best leaders. All right, everyone, this is Simon Chan. Hope that helps. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.